Marge and I have a really big task ahead of us tonight. We've got to sell you on the idea of why a budget is so important. And I think we're going to have a really good time doing that, because ultimately a budget is what unlocks your ability to achieve so many financial things in life. But when you first start thinking about budgeting, the negative comes to mind. A lot of times people think about a diet, all the things I can't have, all the things I can't do, all the things I have to give up. And I'll be honest, when you put it that way, it doesn't sound fun to me.
Me neither, and if we were talking about the D word tonight, I wouldn't be here. But all kidding aside, restrictions, I know, right, left, don't sound like fun, right? And they're not. But budgeting doesn't have to be scary. It doesn't have to be hard. Establishing a plan for your finances, it's one of the most important steps you can take, and especially when it comes to making smart spending choices. Those smart choices make it possible for you to save, pay off debt, and hit your goals like saving for a home, buying a car, paying for a vacation. And with a sound budget in place, you'll know when it makes sense to say yes to a financial decision and when sometimes it makes sense to say not right now. And that puts you in control. And when you pass up on something, rather than feel like you had to do without or you gave up it, you're going to feel more confident because you know you made the right decision for your budget.
Absolutely. So let's break it down. Now that you know why a budget is important, let's talk about what it can really help you with. What can it do for you? So first and foremost, a budget is designed to help you feel in control of your money, not the other way around. And so often people tell us at LearnVest, hey, I don't know what I'm doing, and I feel like more money is going out the door than is coming in, and all of a sudden, I'm not in control anymore, and obviously we want to change that.
Right. And it means never losing sleep over how you're going to pay your bills or feeling guilty for buying something you really can't afford.
It definitely also protects you against life's financial challenges. The unexpected happens all the time, whether it's just a simple thing like an unexpected repair or an unexpected expense, or things like last-minute wedding to Cabo that my best friend is throwing and I think I want to go. And a budget is the secret to making sure that those things don't put a curveball into your finances.
No, absolutely. And a budget will help you to build wealth. I mean, it really will. You'll be able to break the cycle of saving only what's left. Because if you're like me, like naturally, if I didn't plan, what's left would be nothing. And then, and I wouldn't be saving.
I can certainly appreciate that, Marge. What we want to transform you into feeling is that really amazing sense of accomplishment. So when you get in bed at night and you lay there and you think about your day, I don't want you worried about money. I want you feeling confident. I want you to go, gosh, I made a lot of smart decisions this week, this month, today. I want you to feel empowered, and that's what's really going to be life-changing about having a budget.
No, I agree, Stephany. And, it may sound crazy, but budgeting can be habit forming. We did a recent holiday survey this last holiday at Chase, and we found that those people who set and importantly stuck to a holiday budget said it actually had a positive impact on their future spending habits. So, that's kind of the type of habit we could all use a little more of, I think.
Yes, absolutely, especially around the holidays, right? Because that's when we're breaking lots of rules. So, a budget is not about what you can't have. It's about making decisions that are relevant to your life. And a budget is very personal. So it isn't necessarily about saying no, saying no, saying no. It's about saying yes to the right things and taking ownership and control over your money decisions. Is that everybody's different. And so whether you've never budgeted or you've tried to budget and it didn't go as planned, you really can actually make this work and make it stick, as long as you're making it about you and not making a budget for your mom or your best friend or trying to follow what somebody else in your life does. You really have to make a budget relevant to your financial situation, your income, your expenses, all the different priorities that you're focused on. That's what's going to make this budget really effective.
Yeah. And so, we recognize if it were all this simple, and budgeting was this cut and dry, none of us would need to be here tonight because, we'd all be achieving our financial goals. And we know it's not quite that simple, so we get it. But when it comes to spending, it's really important to think about what you actually need versus what you want and how you're going to pay for those things as they come up. And you really need to honestly assess, how you need. Because, when I first started thinking about and getting more disciplined, I decided I really needed to get my nails done every other week. And I really had to step back and honestly say, well, that's really not a need. That's just something that I like to do. So, it's really important to honestly prioritize your expenses.
That's exactly right. And needs versus wants are not always clear-cut. What is clear-cut is that they don't always have equal weight in your budget. So something that is a need versus a want, you can't always have both. And it is tough to make decisions.